Okay, so I'm Alan Kellas. I'm a local psychiatrist, and I've been interested in the connections between health and nature. And I've been involved in various forums over this last Healthy City week around that link between people working with and about the natural environment and those people working in the health service. Some of that has, so this is just my brainstorm of where I've got to in my thinking over the week. And it relates to commissioners and policymakers and various other people who feature on the picture. But the core ideas, William Bird, for instance, a GP from Reading, talked about the importance of connecting people, places and purpose. This picture really has a theme of self-help at the middle. How can people help themselves in and with nature? Which sort of relates to some of the things that you were talking about. 5 ways to well-being is what's often used, but I've developed this little guide for 10 steps of what and how people can connect to nature. And the darker green at the back is what practitioners can do to support people with their self-help in connection with nature. And this is a GP. There are 2 projects that were involved. We're developing a green impact toolkit. And just to say that what we're suggesting then is that GPs and health centres have access to local data on the state of the environment, including the state of the air and the water at any one time. But they also know about social prescribing methods. Some of them have social prescribing coordinators, but there's a project called A Dose of Nature, which is about trying to support GPs prescribing access to green spaces as part of other social prescriptions involving mindfulness, food, activity. Well, that's pretty much it, but it just gives you an idea about what I've been working on.
That's really interesting.
It is really interesting, very definitely. I mean, connecting health and nature to me, in my mind, is a no-brainer.
Quite.
Because the difference that it can make, rather than using prescribed things,
Yep.
getting people out, active,
Yep.
connecting with their community in a nature situation.
Yep.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, I suppose the thing that I've learned about it is, I mean, the air that we breathe is in a natural environment. So what you've been talking about people just becoming more aware of air, water, food, waste, energy, heat, temperature in their immediate environment, bringing it out of just to look at the city and the streets, but in every situation what their environment is. And thinking about it not just from a technical scientific point of view, but from a more emotional connecting point of view, and how to sell that so that people can see that what they're looking for is to belong, feel more connected, and that it's part of a health journey rather than a fearful one about avoiding disease, but of actually that we're depending on the natural environment in every aspect of our lives.
I mean, I definitely think the preventative, holistic approach is much better than the reactive symptom.
Even the language of prevention, though, tends to set up a dynamic of fear. That's the thing. Whereas if you can connect people, it's an amazing thing, the air that we're sharing and the water that we're drinking, all of that. That's what I've been exploring. Great. Thank you.